Hey everybody! Welcome to Let's Play The Binding of Isaac Antibirth. I have no idea where I'm gonna classify this series, because this is a huge mod, but it is a mod nonetheless for the game The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. And it does have Afterbirth content in it, I think, if you choose to, but right now, I believe it's recommended to run it without the Afterbirth installation. This is made by a team of Isaac enthusiasts, programmers, artists, animators, apparently I've lost the ability to speak because I'm so excited. Musicians, etc., etc. That is actually transformative, if I'm being honest. It's a free mod that you can download yourself. It's relatively easy to install, provided you've ever copied a file into your life. Basically, all you do is click and run a file, and you're good to go. So, in advance of Afterbirth Plus's release, and maybe concurrently with Afterbirth Plus's release, depending on how much content there is to see here, we're going to play some Antibirth and learn a little bit about this. I recommend you check it out for yourself. There's lots of discovery to be had, and I have pretty much no idea what we're getting into here. But we are going to have some new stuff. I'll put that out there. I have done 2 runs on the NLSS on Wednesday, so you can go check those out if you want for like the very, very earliest discovery. And Cobalt gave me a little bit of a heads up when it comes to getting started here. But we still have a character to unlock. We did unlock Bethany. Perhaps we should play as Bethany for our very first run here, just see what happens. We also start with Platinum God unlocked on this save file, at least. So I have no idea what's up with this character. Just a couple of things of note here. I do have missing HUD available there on the right side of the screen. That's just like you tap F6 and it shows up in the game. So it gives you a good indication of what your stats are actually like. I'm probably going to obscure that for now, but here's the seed. I don't know how that works if you're playing Antibirth, but maybe you can play along with me. Q3TR B6R3. We start with a book I am not aware of. 4 Spirit Hearts as consumables. Okay. When we press the spacebar item, we get a tier that orbits and also shoots. I'm assuming it's like an attack fly where it also does damage. Oh, it's like an orbiting blue candle. Okay, that's cool. How often can it be used is my question. I have 3 going simultaneously here, and then I finish a room, and I get 1 charge back. So maybe we start with like 3 charges of it or something. All right, this is cool. And really, if you're, I understand this position, by the way. If you're skeptical about mods and you're like, I don't really know if I'd like it, I'm in the same boat, because a lot of the time people are like, hey, check out this mod. What is it? Oh, it's, you know, we changed all the items with head in the name to be HED, and then every time you pick one up, it plays Raise Hell by Head PE. This, not to insult the mod community at all, because there's a lot of them that are transformative. Like, Community Remix was excellent as well, but this is extremely ambitious. Like, new items, obviously, new enemy variants, new enemies in general, a bunch of new bosses. Notice, like, some things will be reverted to Rebirth style here because of the fact that we are playing. Wait a minute. I picked up a Spirit Heart, and now the Spirit Heart at the bottom of the screen has been incremented. Oh, do we need to use the Spirit Heart in order to create these fires? I can understand that. That's gonna be dicey. We'll probably want to use it a little less often now. But, like, you're probably noticing, why not? You're probably noticing new music as well. I believe there might be like new boss transitions, there's new paths through the game, but we're gonna learn this all through the journey of self-discovery ourselves as we get going here. So I'm obviously not gonna be worried too much about boss rush here. Old secret room music, or new secret room music rather, I should say. And some of the bosses that we're gonna face have been very, very difficult so far. Like, I've actually, both runs that I've done, actually we may have won, I think yesterday in the second run we did on the NLSS, we won. Oh god. But it was basically there just for the grace of, you know, Edmund and the rest of the team that I managed to get the items necessary to come through with a victory there. It's not an XL floor, I'm just slow. And part of it is that it's maybe more difficult, and part of it is just that classic, like, you know, it's a new Isaac expansion, relatively speaking, and I have no idea what any of these enemies do, so you're like, oh, that enemy shoots a brimstone laser. My bad, I had no idea. I can't remember, was Dr. Fetus shit in Rebirth and then buffed for Afterbirth, and I've just doomed us here? Because remember, like, some of the Afterbirth changes I completely forgot even, like, existed. I mean, we don't care about the world cards so much, but we're going to keep 2 of spades. Like, I'm trying to... What happens if we use this when we don't have a Spirit Heart? Apparently, it still works. Okay, I've got to learn a little bit more about this item, but I think we're starting to piece it together. I'm not sure it synergizes too well with, you know, what we've got going on here in terms of our Dr. Fetus plays, but life goes on. Yeah, I'm interested, you know, I'm interested to see how deep the rabbit hole goes here. Cobalt is extremely invested in this right now, and I tend to trust his Isaac opinion. Unlike a lot of people, like, I am extremely pro Afterbirth. I've had a great time with the expansion, and I'm excited to see where Afterbirth Plus goes, but I know that a lot of people are like, this is the Afterbirth we should have had. Even though I don't necessarily agree with it, I guess I can understand where they're coming from. So up to 9 cents, maybe we can get to 15. If not, we can just blow up our donation. Okay, we're gonna get to 15, disregard. All that blow up the donation machine sacrilege. 37 cents here on the first floor. It has been a slow first floor, but life goes on. We'll take Black Candle. We'll take the treasure map, because we can. I guess we'll... I bought the Spirit Heart there. I really don't fully understand what's going on with the heart counter there at the bottom of the consumables side, but we'll figure it out for ourselves. By the way, if you want to see me play with missing HUD on, like this right here, just feel free to let me know. I literally, it could not matter to me less. I played with it on the stream yesterday. It's effective, it's helpful. It doesn't really distract me, but if people find it distracting, then what is that? If people find it distracting, you know, I'm not gonna say that we'll keep it up for sure then. Alrighty. It was Mom's coin purse, so I don't want to take the risk that maybe we could lose this alternate path, if it is an alternate path. Downpour 1. Alright, we are through the looking glass, people. We are fighting enemies who are not aquatic, but invisible, and then... What? Dude, this is where... There's been a lot of times, actually... Oh, Jesus. While playing this, that I'm like... This is an extraordinarily ambitious mod. At first I was like, sure, new items. That's cool. Don't get me wrong. New items is like the best I could have reasonably hoped for. Oh, new shots from these guys when they die too. But that's all I expected was new items. Now seeing that there's like alternate paths and other, you know, ridiculousness, even like alternate music, and there's alternate narration, or at least a new voice for narration during the opening segment of the intro cutscene. I was like, this is incredible. The fact that there's this degree of kind of like, you know, transformation for this is very surprising to me. This is my first time ever on this floor, so I'm interested to see what comes to fruition here. Those are spiked rocks. Let's see if maybe we can get something out of those. You never know where you're gonna find like more, you know, design space to play around with here. You know what? I think we should blow up our donation machine and get BFF, which might make our fires bigger. Indeed it does. So, like, the whole team obviously deserves, like, a ridiculous round of applause for this, because it is absurd. Oh my god, what? The degree of, like, the way that this transforms the game, I guess, is what I'm saying here. There are some bugs occasionally, but, you know, that's to be expected, I would say. So, like, the only bug I've really found, oh god, it just rains non-stop when you blow those up. The only bug I've found is, you know, sometimes I've walked... I shouldn't skip boss transitions, by the way, my apologies. But, sometimes I, start a room and I'm walking on top of rocks. No big deal, pretty much just cosmetic. But you can start a room with some enemies, like, right on top of you sometimes, I believe, as well. Deal with the angel. We'll take the box. And we have keys now that we should be able to use. I'll take Goat Hoof. Our speed isn't amazing. And it's an angel room that has 2 items. Do we have a choice of them? We have a choice of them. Smart move, actually, for a change to angel room balance. So I'm trying to figure out what that like black card indicator on our consumables is. I don't know fully. In fact, here's my hunches, you know, maybe that indicates some sort of timer that shows us, like, if we get hit X number of times, we're guaranteed to get a heart or something. Did we just gain HP? Like, wait, well, because we got the halo. That's fair. Okay, I'm getting confused here. Two of spades. We have no need to pop, really, right now. Maybe it indicates the amount of damage we've taken on this run. I'm not fully like, we just used it there, and now we're, like, feeding into the hearts. Okay, so we used... I don't know why we have so many charges for this, but I'm loving it. We used several charges there. It lowered our hearts, or maybe, like, dude, honestly, I have no idea. I'm just gonna give my brain some ambient processing power to figure this out, because I am confused about why, yeah, we did get an item from the item room here. I'm just confused about why, or what that heart indicator actually does. Because we're not getting the hearts when we use it, that's clear. And also, oh, new item. Wait, is this the one from Community Remix? Blood Oath? It's the first time I've ever remembered anything in my adult life. I think that Blood Oath was, like, from Community Remix, it was one of the strongest items in the whole game. It was, like, the less HP you have, the more damage you do. Making a welcome return. It has been at least, like, 3 years since I've seen this item. Maybe a little longer. I think, at least. I don't even remember when Community Remix came out. I thought it was, like, 2012. So that's the D8 reskinned. And Proptosis as well. All the art and animation, like, is extremely well done. And I don't mean this, it's gonna sound like I mean this to be insulting, but more well done than you would reasonably expect from, like, the mod community. Because, simply put, it's at a professional level. Do I have to kill these flies? Or are these flies my friends? They are not my friends. They are gonna be very difficult to kill. Or not. Maybe you just shoot them. That's fine. See, we used 3 plays, and now we're down to 0 spirit hearts there. I don't know what this indicates, but I'm going to continue to experiment, and I hope that maybe the human mind can figure it out for itself. Okay. Man, really nice reflective effects there as well. So again, in case I haven't made it clear, you can pick this up for yourself. It's free to do. That gave us 2 spirit hearts. Maybe the spirit hearts just charge. They indicate the number of charges that we can get simultaneously for this. That would be sensible. I could understand that. You could use that to, like, power up for bosses or something. Because we are getting actually pretty low on HP. And again, much like, I'll give this same disclaimer when we get into Afterbirth Plus. But expect more deaths. Yeah, that must be what it is. We use spirit hearts to power the blue candles. Cool idea. There's also, I've encountered an item where, like, it gives you a super high-powered, like, Bob's Brain style tier, which I understand doesn't initially seem that enticing. But you use a key to do it, and it scales with your damage. So there's all sorts of cool... I skipped the boss transition, I'm sorry. There's all sorts of cool, new ways that you can, damage enemies with some of the items in the game, which is really neat. Okay. Well, we start with the Angel Room. And we'll take this new item. Act of Contrition. Tears up, all is forgiven. Contrition being, like, you know, basically a really heartfelt apology, so... Tears up, I suppose, is thematically in keeping with this item. Now we have Angel Hearts for whatever reason as the color of the consumable. I have no idea what that signifies, but I think I'm starting to at least figure out the remaining... sort of goodness of this item. High Priestess, now we'll take 2 of spades. And then we gotta peep this room. Now here's what interests me. I wonder what would happen if instead of going this way... Oh god. If instead of going this way, we just kept going down the sewer way. Would we go back to the depths, or is this like... You know, 2 alternate paths that branch out. One stays in the downpour and one goes down to whatever this is called. The mines. Okay. I am going to die, I suppose. I'm not really sure what happened there. I went through one room. Please, I need to play this judgment. I went through a door and took a heart and a half worth of damage. portable slot. We gotta try it. Please don't spawn flies. Okay, a penny's okay, but I really just need, like, okay, a pill that gives us full health. Tears up is great, but I don't even know if I'm gonna live through this next area we're walking through, so... Maybe, all I can think is that maybe I stepped on a spike or something, but... Like, I gotta give myself something to lean on right now, right? Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to live till this next room. A spirit heart that only fuels our other avenues for progress. Okay, telepills. With a spirit heart. Red heart, that's what we needed. Okay, again, the spirit heart is just gonna fuel the item I'm not even holding anymore. Let's work our way back there. You know what? Maybe I actually walked on lava thinking that it was... Oh, sorry, lava. Maybe I walked on lava thinking that it was... Not... How... I don't understand. Maybe I walked through an enemy, because I'm very confused actually right now. Okay, Book of Virtues, Spiritual Companionship. I don't know if there's any way for us to get more spirit hearts. Like, I don't know if spirit hearts exist for us on this character. Which is a cool design space, and also extremely terrifying as someone who relies on those to succeed, usually. But you're noticing, like, or you're probably noticing, we're getting stacked here. Obviously, I want the HP upgrade, but I'll take free lemonade. What in the world was that? Okay, so it's just a big lemon mishap. It seems like it, but I gotta stick with the non-spacebar item here. Because we have a spacebar item that I quite like already. Please, more red hearts. Okay, that's a start, but... I know what you're thinking. You got no chance on this run. I disagree. I think we're extremely powerful. If I could just get an unbelievable amount of red hearts, I think we can make this happen. And I think, here's what happens. I think the type of spirit heart that you pick up, like, or the type of heart you pick up, whether it's an eternal heart or a, you know, a demon heart or a spirit heart. Those are the only three that I think work with this. I think that those dictate the color of fires you get, and maybe each fire has a different effect. And I know that right now that seems obvious. Weird that we had, like, Curse of Darkness on one room only. Right now that probably seems obvious. Whoa, this is neat. How the heck do we get to that without flying? Maybe we can't? But when you're figuring things out on the fly, oh lord, it can be a little harder, you know? And again, I realize I skipped the boss transition because I'm an idiot. What? Brimstone lasers. This is what I mean when I say that this game has, like, a ridiculous degree of professionalism and transformation. We have to take the bomb synergy. We might be able to get both stone bombs and growth hormones. I'm assuming stone bombs is going to be the ones that do, like, the gate kind of effect. Yeah, that's... Oh, they also hurt me, so that's pretty sweet. And the menorah, a shot multiplier. So we're probably fucked then. Let's head downwards. Well, here's what I think is gonna happen. I'm gonna shoot a bomb, but it's gonna be multiple bombs. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna shoot a bomb, but it's gonna be multiple bombs. And then they're gonna shoot me with rocks, and I'm not gonna be able to dodge them, and I'm gonna die. Alright. Well, that was a bad start. That is gonna do it for episode 1, just because we saw a lot of new stuff, and we're not really grinding out wins at this point. This is all about discovery. I'll be back with another episode shortly, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, check out Antibirth. I'd like, as a creator myself to some extent, I'm just humbled and baffled by the amount and the quality and the polish of the content in the mod. It's free. Antibirth.com. Go check it out for yourselves. If you enjoyed the video, of course, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And let me know what you want me to do with Antibirth, you know? As Afterbirth Plus gets closer to coming out, we can run 2 series in, you know, concurrency with one another until we exhaust the content from one. We could, you know, only play one. We could play everything. Let me know. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.